If you are familiar with the global EV industry, you will notice that there is a strong case to be made for BYD being Tesla's biggest rival. BYD produces the most global EVs, with an annual run rate of almost 1 million. Before you comment, please note that I am fully aware that this number is fictitious, as only about half of them are true BEVs. Like Tesla and the rest are, of course, plug-in hybrids. China created the acronym NEV, or New Energy Vehicles, in order to make itself appear to be doing better in the EV industry than it actually is. In contrast, Tesla is producing nearly 2 million global EVs annually, which is twice as many global EVs as BYD, and 4 times as many BEVs. Nevertheless, BYD has surprised us. When NIO first started to emerge from China about 5 years ago, it appeared more likely that they would copy Tesla's business model and profit from all the low-cost, efficient manufacturing there. Even before Tesla, the vehicles that BYD was producing were laughable. Elon Musk, at the very least, laughed at what they had to say about Tesla in an interview. They certainly didn't look sexy or safe, for that matter, and offered a minimal range. I can only speculate as to how terrible their driving might have been, but BYD continued to produce more and more models, homing what they had learned from the previous one, and incorporating new manufacturing methods, cutting-edge technology, better cells and batteries, and fresher new designs. With each iteration, they significantly improved. BYD eventually realized that it would be advantageous to create in-house cells, and they recognized the value of Tesla's battery day, creating cells to vehicle batteries using the cells as a structure in order to save weight in China. BYD started researching and developing in-house cells, and they came out with the blade cells, giving a structural battery pack. Yes, BYD beat Tesla to the structural battery pack in volume production, which is why you will hear this as an argument from Tesla bears, especially if they have a position in because of this. BYD's rival Model Y, the 803, does, with a similar-sized battery, have a similar range to Tesla's rear-wheel drive Model Y. Of course, BYD doesn't have the same acceleration, features of the cargo space and cabin autonomous safety and dependability management. It's a vastly inferior vehicle. Having driven one myself, I mean, it is lower cost to the consumer too. Although I'm not entirely sure if BYD are producing them for its lower cost, as Tesla can build a Model Y, we really don't know if BYD are actually producing a profit with their EVs yet. For the record, the only company that we know that is capable of making an EV at profit in the entire world is still Tesla, let alone a fully electric vehicle, as remember half-BYD's vehicles are also hybrids, and I'm just referring to their passenger vehicles, as BYD also make buses, which might possibly be profitable. And yes, the company BYD does make profits, but they have other businesses, namely their very profitable cell phone handset business. My guess is that BYD are still making a negative net profit with their passenger EVs. But I think it is relatively small loss compared to many others, given the fact they actually have hit volume production on some of their vehicles, are using in-house LOP cells, and are all manufactured in China. But Tesla's price war is going to hurt their margins too. However, BYD and Legacy Autos have other very profitable businesses that can self-fund their EV ventures, although only to a certain point. What happens when these companies want to make millions of EVs a year? If Ford are losing $20,000 for every EV they sell now, it's not so bad if they're only selling 100,000 or so per year. But if they sell 1 million, that's $20 billion annually. Spoiler alert, this is not a sustainable business model. Even if they manage to reduce their net losses to $10,000 per vehicle, it's still not scalable. And when they want to reach 2 or 3 million EVs annually, how is that going to be possible? No matter how much they scale, they will still need to pay for auto dealers and labor unions. That's legacy companies like Ford, with over a century of experience in the automotive industry. What about Rivian or Lucid, who lose roughly 10 times that much per vehicle and have no side business to support these losses? We're talking about BYD, who might actually have a chance. The key is to scale up from here. They need to produce more cars in order to reach larger economies of scale and turn a profit. However, unlike Tesla, BYD isn't looking for massive profits. Rather, they're more concerned with creating jobs than with making a profit. The problem is that BYD can only sell more vehicles if there is a market for them. It appears that most of their models have reached saturation in their current markets, though they could always expand into the US, though that might be difficult given the strong protectionism affecting the local auto industry. In fact, even though the demand is saturated, we can't even fully trust the numbers we're getting from BYD in the first place. Just keep creating more and more models for different lifestyles and people's needs and continue to grow sales and grow demand, except they've pretty much done that now. They have a vehicle for every body type now, including their low-cost compact, the Dolphin. Yet that hasn't resulted in people lining up to buy one. Their model's variety is also at saturation. They can't grow any further. Well, actually, they don't even offer a full-size SUV yet. They have plenty more room to go. No, they can't enter that segment because they are only using LOP cells. When you put LOP cells in larger cars, then due to the additional weight, you get a serious drain on range that doesn't meet consumers' requirements. Think about it. It's a larger vehicle which will cost more and then offer terrible performance and low range or a higher price tag, not to mention how heavy it would be with all those LOP cells, resulting in worse braking time and even worse acceleration, yet for more money. This is why Legacy have gone with Nitlo sales. They'll be able to compete with longer range vehicles that are larger like the BMW Lexus. I believe that BYD is pretty much at the limit of what it can be, which includes the fact that they still have to sell half of their cars as hybrids. Tesla sells 4 times as many vehicles annually, but people still claim that BYD is displacing Tesla. While BYD may have more success in China due to domestic sales, bringing up the fact that Charlie Munger had recently praised Tesla and its CEO, Elon Musk, in February. Charlie Munger of Berkshire Hathaway reportedly informed lunch participants that Tesla, the Oasis electric vehicle manufacturer, will fail, according to a tweet from Elon Musk. Since then, Munger, a longtime opponent of Musk and vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, has expressed his worries loudly regarding Musk's brazen behavior on social media and his propensity to make audacious statements about Tesla's upcoming initiatives. I remember having lunch with Munger in January 2009 and leaving the table feeling quite disheartened after listening to him rattle off a litany of reasons why Tesla was doomed to fail. It's possible that the two had a private conversation about the issues, even though there is no official confirmation during the interview. Elon asserted that to console himself, it is also much more difficult to compete with Tesla outside of China, because Tesla manufactures locally on other continents and does not have to pay import tariffs or additional shipping costs. Although, we don't know the difference between BYD's margins when it comes to their BEVs or FEVs. I can't see BYD expanding their BEVs that much more. In all honesty, though, they have surprised me to get this far too. They've done well, especially compared to the others. However, getting an A for effort doesn't guarantee profitability, whereas Tesla's models are so popular, but are desperate to go electric and willing to forego performance, handling safety, a nice sound system, self-driving cargo space, and all the other Tesla features. Since Tesla's production of its models is still limited by the availability of batteries, the company has not needed to release any new models. Instead, Tesla has built an increasing number of factories for the same model, maintained economies of scale, and improved and refined manufacturing for the same models, which are still evolving.